Super Saiyan 2. Super Saiyan 2 is the direct successor of the regular Super Saiyan transformation and was first obtained by Son Gohan during the Cell games. Super Saiyan 2, initially referred to as Super Saiyan Fifth Grade at the time of its debut, though referred to as Ascended Super Saiyan in the Funimation dub only, is the direct successor to the first Super Saiyan transformation. It is very similar to the original form in appearance and attainment, however, the power output is far greater as speed, strength, and energy output all drastically increase. The transformation debuts with Gohan in the manga and the anime during his showdown with Cell in the Cell games, Cell himself achieving the form not long after. Goku, Vegeta and Future Trunks soon follow his example through training, Goku in Otherworld and Vegeta and Future Trunks on Earth, and Caulifla debuts as the first female Super Saiyan 2 in the main series by achieving it not long after Super Saiyan. Form. The Super Saiyan 2 transformation can be achieved by a Saiyan through various means and differ throughout its users, though a necessary prerequisite is possessing high enough battle power, as well as possessing Super Saiyan full power first. Depending on the Saiyan, the form may be more difficult to achieve. It is similar in awakening to how Goku describes the first Super Saiyan transformation to Gohan power coming in response to a need, not a desire. Desperate situations in battle appear to be the most common catalysts for this transformation, as they can typically also provide a powerful emotional upheaval that brings about rage, and with it greater strength than even the first Super Saiyan transformation. In addition, quick and desperate actions, such as saving somebody from almost getting killed, can cause the Saiyan to instinctively and rapidly transform. Gohan's awakening was extremely emotional and any mental stability he possessed using Super Saiyan full power was quickly dwarfed by his remorseless Saiyan instincts, turning him from a gentle and docile individual into a cold and merciless hothead of a warrior and causing him to opt to torture Cell in his vengeance rather than kill him immediately, despite Goku's pleas for him to stop prolonging the fight. It was only until after Goku sacrificed himself in an attempt to stop Cell's self-destructive gambit that Gohan became more level-headed and worked towards mastering the personality adaptations to an even higher degree. Even Caulifla, who was quick to discover Super Saiyan with simple concentration on a tingling sensation in her back with little to no emotional turmoil involved, was stressed into transforming to save Kaba and convince Kale to get a hold of herself, though Caulifla was quick to regain her own composure but could not initially use the form at will. Later appearances of Super Saiyan 2 following Gohan's awakening demanded incredibly harsh training, especially without an emotional trigger present. The power output emitted by this form is greatly increased as well, as it doubles the strength of the regular Super Saiyan transformation. Appearance. The transformation into a Super Saiyan 2, like its predecessor, isn't a drastic one. The hallmarks of the Super Saiyan 2 transformation are more golden and rigid hair than the Super Saiyan transformation. The Saiyan's aura becomes more violent, while also gaining bursts of plasma within the aura. The golden hair brought on by the original transformation becomes spikier and stands up even more. Some users like Gohan, Goku, Vegito, and Bardock have some of their bangs go up with the rest of the hair. Increased energy radiation causes the aura to take on a jagged, fierce flame-like appearance rather than smooth or flowing. Because the energy output and radiation are higher than that of a Super Saiyan, the aura pulses at a higher frequency. Muscle mass is barely increased, but energy output is multiplied by more than the regular Super Saiyan transformation, such that greater amounts of the Saiyan's increased energy reserves can be used at once for much more powerful energy attacks without the onset of exhaustion later. Even speed is increased proportionally, unlike the Super Saiyan third grade state, which causes the muscle mass to swell to the point of impeding the user. Attributes. In order for a Super Saiyan to become a Super Saiyan 2, they must experience an extreme rage or emotion, akin to the Super Saiyan transformation, or achieve it through methods of training. Any previous emotional mastery of Super Saiyan 4th grade is negated upon first entry into Super Saiyan 2. As such, the Saiyan is to once again further hone their emotional control to negate the ruthlessness in this form. According to Goku, this form comes with the back-tingling feeling that accompanied the first Super Saiyan form. The Super Saiyan 2 transformation surpasses the Super Saiyan speed, strength, and power, eliminating the need to balance between power, speed, strength, and stamina with previous derivatives of the Super Saiyan transformation. In terms of power, the Super Saiyan 2 is twice as strong as the Super Saiyan. Upon transforming, Gohan was able to dominate Cell in his perfect form and narrowly beat Cell after his revived form. Unlike the Super Saiyan 3rd grade, this technique increases the user's speed as well as their power. Ultimately, Goku, and later Vegeta, would abandon the further Super Saiyan transformations after the former fights Beerus and learns how to harness godly energy in his normal state, and harnessing that energy when transforming to a Super Saiyan would raise his level more and sap less strength. However, Goku would reuse this form to great effect in sparring matches, such as against Zamasu, Trunks, and Son Gohan. Vegeta himself would reuse the form to dominate Goku Black, who was also in the form within the manga. Goku would later use this form several times during the Tournament of Power, testing Caulifla's power in the form as well as using it to budge Jiren during their first battle. Personality-wise, the transformation is far more extreme. When Gohan first transformed into a Super Saiyan 2, he became overcome with grief and rage due to his human emotions. It turned a hesitant to fight Gohan into an all-out warrior with an insatiable desire for revenge. Additionally, Gohan's desire for battle was increased, to the point that he initially refuses Goku's pleas to finish off Cell in his perfect form. At the same time, the Saiyan experiences increases in his arrogance to the point of extremely rash behavior. Gohan, for instance, initially only tortured Cell rather than finish him off. Variations. Kale utilizes a unique Super Saiyan 2 that stems from her rampaging Super Saiyan form. Controlling her emotions in her rampaging Super Saiyan state led to ascension, developing her own Super Saiyan 2 transformation. She retains the green-tinted hair from her Berserk form, separating it from her regular Super Saiyan transformation, though she loses a great deal of her bulk. Her power eclipses Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla, and she was able to outpace a tired Goku until the latter became Super Saiyan God. Kefla, due to being a fusion of two Super Saiyan 2s, uses this Super Saiyan 2 transformation. Super Saiyan Rage. The Super Saiyan Rage is a heightened transformation unique to the Trunks of the future. It is unknown how this transformation is acquired, but is seen to be triggered through vast amounts of fury, akin to the original Super Saiyan transformation. Within this state, Trunks' power vastly exceeded Goku and Vegeta's as a Super Saiyan Blue, and he was superior in strength to Goku Black as a Super Saiyan Rose. Trunks' Timeline. Originally in this timeline there was no Super Saiyan 2 user, as nearly all members from the Saiyan race were killed with the exception of Trunks, who never achieved said transformation by the time he returned to his original time period. However, years later Trunks achieved the transformation by unknown means and procced to fight Babidi, Dabra and stop the resurrection of Majin Buu after receiving instruction from a Kaishin. Usage and Power. Future Trunks notes that this form is superior to the 3rd grade in that it greatly increases strength without the loss of speed. In the anime, Zamasu states that this form increases the user's power tens of times beyond the Saiyan space state. According to some guides, Super Saiyan 2 is twice as strong as the first Super Saiyan form. One guide also notes that its power surpasses the likes of Super Saiyan 3rd grade and legendary Super Saiyan. According to Goku, Gohan technically first transformed into this form during their training in the hyperbolic time chamber. This scene was shown in a filler flashback in the anime, and it is shown that Gohan was too exhausted to maintain the form when he first transformed. This is the reason why Goku knew about this power before Gohan transformed into it during his fight with Cell, and was also the reason why Goku decided that, if anyone had a chance at defeating Cell, it was Gohan. The first time the Super Saiyan 2 form was fully achieved and maintained by Gohan occurred after he witnessed the Cell Jr.'s attack on the Dragon Team and Android 16's death at the hands of Cell. Not long after, Cell also achieved the Super Saiyan 2 form, referred to as his super perfect form through Saiyan power as a result of self-destructing. The power of the Super Saiyan 2 form skyrockets far beyond the power of the Super Saiyan 2nd grade, and Super Saiyan 3rd grade. Perfect Cell and Bojack, who could both easily dominate those in the Super Saiyan 2nd grade forms and were stronger than Super Saiyan full powers even without accessing their full strength, were easily slaughtered by Gohan in his Super Saiyan 2 form. In addition, when Perfect Cell produced 7 Cell JRS, each of the Z-Fighters were unable to fight evenly with even one of them, including Goku, Vegeta, and future Trunks. However, when Gohan fought the Cell Juniors in his Super Saiyan 2 form, he killed all of them effortlessly on his own with simple, single blows, while also being unaffected by their most powerful attacks. Gohan proceeded to fight and severely injure Perfect Cell with just 2 punches, even after the android unleashed his full power. However, in a Kamehameha struggle against Super Perfect Cell, Gohan had a very hard time due to having his left arm broken by Super Perfect Cell's attack when he defended Vegeta after he attacked the android to try to avenge his son's death, a blast which was stated to reduce Gohan's power output to less than half its normal amount, with the manga also implying that Cell did not put his full power into the blast when he injured him. It was only with help from Goku and Vegeta that Gohan needed to summon enough power to destroy Super Perfect Cell. 7 years after the Cell Games, Gohan demonstrates the Super Saiyan 2 transformation to Kibito at the World Martial Arts Tournament. Gohan utilized his Super Saiyan 2 form to battle Dabura. However, Vegeta mentioned that Gohan was weaker than it was during the Cell Games due to his lack of training. Following the events leading up to Majin Buu's revival, Goku and Majin Vegeta both reveal that they also attained the Super Saiyan 2 transformation and fought evenly matched using that form. The power of Majin Buu is shown to far surpass the power of the Super Saiyan 2 form. Vegeta inflicted little damage to the monster, and even after he expelled all of his energy at once in a devastating suicidal explosion, Majin Buu managed to fully regenerate after some time. Goku also momentarily demonstrated Super Saiyan 2 to Babidi and Majin Buu, buying time for Trunks by walking the evil pair through the line of Super Saiyan forms before unveiling a level even further beyond Super Saiyan 3. Gotenks has been shown as Super Saiyan 2 twice in the anime series, although both times were the ones that he was powering up to Super Saiyan 3 transformation, thus his Super Saiyan 2 was seen briefly in those occasions. It is stated in Daisensha 7 that Gotenks can transform into Super Saiyan 2. During the fight with Kid Buu on the sacred world of the Kai, Goku uses his Super Saiyan 2 initially to fight Kid Buu in the anime and then powers up to Super Saiyan 3, however, Goku goes straight to Super Saiyan 3 in the manga. Vegeta also battled using the Super Saiyan 2 form for a short time in order to buy time for Goku to collect energy for his Super Saiyan 3 form. During the Future Trunks saga when Goku faces off with Future Trunks, Trunks is revealed to be able to transform into a Super Saiyan 2. Goku later says Future Trunks is much stronger than he was before. In the anime, it is not revealed when Future Trunks achieved this form. Future Trunks as Super Saiyan 2 was able to press Goku, much to Goku's enjoyment. Later, the Super Saiyan 2 form is used by Goku in his first fight with Goku Black. Super Saiyan 2 Goku was strong enough to deal some damage and leave Goku Black in pain. Goku returns to use this form again during his brief fight against Zamasu in Universe 10. While the battle is even for a while, Goku soon manages to overpower Zamasu. Future Trunks returns to use this form briefly during his training with Vegeta. He also transforms into Super Saiyan 3rd grade from his Super Saiyan 2 form in order to trick Vegeta and hit him, but to no avail. During Gohan and Goku's sparring session. As Gohan ascends into his ultimate state, Goku uses Super Saiyan 2 to battle Gohan. In the anime, after learning how to transform into Super Saiyan from Cabba, Caulifla also manages to transform into Super Saiyan 2 while saving Cabba from being hit by Kale. During the Tournament of Power, both Goku and Caulifla use Super Saiyan 2 in their battle. It is shown that the legendary Super Saiyan form is much more powerful than Super Saiyan 2, as Kale managed to overpower Super Saiyan 2 Goku in the tournament. Goku later uses the Super Saiyan 2 form again against Jiren to no avail. In the anime, during his battle with Mona, Cabba also attains Super Saiyan 2. With this transformation, Cabba is able to defeat Mona. He also uses this form again during his fight with Frieza. However, even with the Super Saiyan 2 form, Cabba is no match for Golden Frieza, resulting in him being knocked out of the arena. Against Goku, Kale turns her Super Saiyan 2 state into a true legendary Super Saiyan. Kefla reveals her Super Saiyan 2 form during her battle against Ultra Instinct Sign Goku. However, the form did little to help, as Goku dodged most of her attacks until Kefla was knocked by a Kamehameha.
If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later, bye bye.